leaving this little slice of paradise. Goodbye, Fort Pickens. Goodbye, but not goodbye, Gulf, because we're just going to another place on the Gulf. But goodbye, Pensacola Bay. Pretty little drive from Fort Pickens to the Walmart in Destin. Nice dunes. We were over on the mainland for a little while. We went back across the bridge. Now we're back by the ocean. Well, the Gulf.
Well, this is Gary again at Rough Road RV Life. We like looking at freedom. And speaking of freedom, today is December 7th, Pearl Harbor Day. A day that changed America forever. We should always remember that day. But freedom has brought us up in the panhandle of Florida, around Santa Rosa Beach, and to a place called Grayton Beach State Park. It is on the Gulf of Mexico, and we're going to do a review of this park. And this is the entrance road that I'm showing you here. That is 30A up there. It's right off of 98. And you would come in here, the entrance road, and there's the check-in station. You'd pull in there or pull forward and, check in, get your campsite, unhook your tote if you have one, and proceed through to your campsite. So let's go check this park out. So we have just came through the check-in station, and you come straight up the road, and you will make a left-hand turn here to go to the campground loops, and straight ahead to go to the boat ramp and the swimming area. That's where we're going to go first. This building here would be the old check-in station before they put the new campground in and moved the check-in station back to where we just came through. But this is the road that goes to the beach area. And as you see, we're approaching the white dunes, symbolic of the coastal beaches of the Florida Panhandle. We're going to be approaching the beach area. So the first driveway you come to on the way to the beach area, to the left here, is going to be the Western Lake picnic area, canoe and kayak launch, and oversized vehicle parking. And this is a freshwater lake. It's a 100-acre lake. So this would be the boat ramp, kayak launch. You're in Florida, alligator warning sign. They do rent kayaks. And this is Western Lake. It is said to be a 100-acre lake. Now my wife kayaked this lake, and according to her chart plotter on her phone, she went 5.5 miles around the perimeter. The lake branches off around there a little bit. There's a bridge out over there that it goes past that bridge. The same with this bridge over here. It goes a little bit past that bridge over there.
I am kayaking Western Lake today. This is one of those rare coastal dune lakes. One of 15 here in this area. The dunes you see in front of you, that's where we walk our dogs. There's a trail there, about a mile long. And then the bridges and the cars there. If you watch my footage on the bike trail, it's the Timpoochee Bike and Hike Trail. Good, it went right across there. And I took a picture out this way. And there's the pavilion, the bathrooms, and all for the beach. Beach is just on the other side of that building. I'm going to paddle around Western Lake today. I also hiked by it on the other trail. There's the Flatwoods Trail. straight ahead. So I'm gonna check that out.
So that is the road we came in from, the beach parking. And right here at the end is a hiking trail for the park. Now this hiking trail you're allowed to take pets on, leash. It's a 1.1 mile loop, and you start out on this sandy part, and you will go into that covered treed area up there, and then you will walk around on the lake through some more sand till you get to the very end, and then it's a loop around a very wooded area, very nice. They're very nice wide trails. And then you will continue the loop around, walking on the edge of the lake, and you will come back out right here. It's a very nice trail. 1.1 miles, I believe it is. Right here. All right, let's go to the beach. Right there. Okay, now I've lived in Florida my whole life. Our home base is in Florida. And I've been to the beaches of Daytona. You can drive on them. Hard-packed sand, very crowded. I've been to the beaches around Boynton Beach, Delray Beach, Miami. I've been over to the Gulf side beaches around Clearwater, St. Pete. All very nice, very popular beaches. But these beaches up in the Panhandle, the White Dune beaches, to me, I think are some of the finest beaches Florida has to offer. Sometimes it's called the Forgotten Coast. And these beaches, well, we're going to go see in a minute. I'll let you decide yourself. And as you can see, today is December 7th. It's around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We got a big sun. It's warm. It's in the 70s. I'm in shorts, a shirt, and of course in Florida, sandals. If it gets cold, I put on socks. Pets are not allowed on the beach, but you can't take them on that nature trail. Is that a postcard or what? There you go. The white sandy beaches of the Panhandle. Let's walk down to the water. So here we are on the white sandy beaches of the Panhandle. That's the Gulf of Mexico. You got the sun glistening off. See that? That's crystal clear water right there. People sunning on the beach. Well, we're back in the car now, so we're going to go to the campsites. Wasn't that beach amazing? I told you it would be. So let's go look at the campsites now. Camping. That's the check-in station. We're going to turn into the entrance to the campgrounds. That's one of the restrooms. Showers. Very nice showers. Hot water, plenty of pressure. Okay, so here's a loop. Back ends. Now these sites here that are all paved, like this one, I think there's 5 of them. Could be, I might not be right about that, but these are handicap sites, disabilities. There we are. That's our Fleetwood. Our site's gravel. Campsites 1 through 39 are this way, and this is the old campground. before they added the other loop. Trees. So you have the beach and you have the woods. This is the old campground. The road's a little rocky, a little bumpy. There's site 12. Back in. That would be site 13. Now these are full service sites. 50 amp, 30 amp, water and sewer. Site 19. This would be site 32. It's site 33. Give you some idea what they're like. All right, so we'll go through sites 40 through 61 now, and this is considered the new campground. As you can already tell, this road is paved. It's not quite as wooded as the other loop. Here's another one of these concrete sites. There's the dumpsters. It's the bathroom, showers. Also has a washing machine and 2 dryers. $2 washed and dry a piece. And this would be the road back out to the campground, to the exit. And we're on site 61. Right there we are. Another angle of the campground. So now I've showed you the check-in station, boat ramp, kayak launch, kayak rentals, pavilions, beach, the 2 campground loops. This is our campsite, site 61. It's gravel. Got a little trail here. Goes to the bathrooms. That's our neighbor there. Water, 50 amp, 30 amp sewer. Clothesline. Fire pit, picnic table. Okay, well, we're going to wrap this video up now. We're back at our campsite. And a synopsis of the park itself. As you can see, our campsite is very spacious. We've got plenty of room to back in. We've got plenty of room to set up. As far as being level, all the sites that I walked around and saw are pretty level, within a couple of inches. All we used was a 2-inch board in our front wheel. We have full service, water, sewer, and we've got plenty of room from our neighbors, even though they might look close. It really isn't an issue. So the site itself is very nice. It's a small park, just the 2 loops. Now, as far as amenities for the park itself, the one negative I would say would be there's no playground for the kids, but you have this magnificent beach, which I think the kids would rather go to the beach than the playground. And you saw that nice, beautiful, white, sandy, clear water beach, and it's just great, especially in the spring and summer times. Now, there's plenty of places around here to walk your dogs within the park and even outside of the park. I've seen lots of kids in here riding bikes along the paved roads here, even going out to where the beach is, and families riding bikes. So you can do that. There's the nice nature trail at the beach, which is 1.1 miles that you can walk dogs on there. You cannot walk dogs on the beach, but you can walk dogs on that, and that's a very nice trail to walk around. You have the sand, and you also have the woods, so you do have that trail. Now you can also leave the park, and as soon as you get out to 30A, you make a right, go down about 1,000 feet, you'll see a parking lot, and the Flatwoods Trail is there. It's a very nice wooded trail. It's very wide, it's very flat, it's got mile markers every half a mile, it's got a bench at the mile 1 marker, so you can walk your dogs or ride your bikes or take your kids down that hiking trail or biking trail. Now it's a long trail. You can go, how many miles was it? My wife's right there with the camera.
4.5 miles if you go the whole distance to 395. There's also another connector trail that's called, I think, the something pine / pine trail.
But that's not a loop trail. That's an in and out trail.
It is an in and out.
We would go into the mile marker 1, sit at the bench, and then come back. Now also, when you get to the entrance of the park at 30A, you'll see a rail trail. That's called the Timpoochee
Hiking and
biking rail trail. It's an asphalt trail, and it goes for a long ways.
All the way to 98, and you can even keep going beyond there.
Right. So you could get on that with your kids, with bikes, with roller skates, with roller blades, skateboards, just whatever, and go. And not far from here is a little town of Seashore and Watercolor, and those are amazing, beautiful seaside towns with places to eat. You could go spend the day there visiting around. There's also a Publix about 5 miles from here. If you go back about 20 miles toward Henderson Beach, there's a Walmart. So you have all of these amenities around the park and in the park that you can enjoy while you're here. So I think this park is a very nice park. Our Verizon service worked very well. We were able to make phone calls, get on the internet, Netflix, whatever. That all worked very well for us. So I'm going to wrap it up now. I think I've covered all the bases here. Is there anything you want to add, Mrs. Cameraman, camera lady?
Oh, I would just like to say, if you like to hike, bike, and kayak, you'll be happy here. And also, if you're interested in history, we took a little field trip to Eden Gardens State Park. It's only about 10 to 14 minutes away, 5 or 6 miles. It's 163 acres of beautiful southern landscape. It is part of the Wesley Homestead, and there is a 1897 mansion there. It's the Wesley House. It was donated in 1968 to the Florida Park Service by the owner, Miss Lois Maxon. You can take a guided tour there. There you'll learn about the history of the house and see the many antiques and heirlooms that are in this house. It's worth the tour. You can take pictures inside the house during the tour, but it is definitely worth a visit. You can walk along the shores of the Tucker Bayou or fish there. That is beautiful. There's also several beautiful ornamental gardens on the grounds with giant centuries-old oak trees. So we went there. It took about a couple hours, and you can really see everything it is that you need to see, and it's worth a visit. Great little afternoon trip. And if you like camellias, there's camellias everywhere.
Oh, I did forget something. This is this old brain. Over at the beach, don't forget you got Western Lake. It's a freshwater lake that you can kayak in, you can freshwater fish in. They don't, no swimming in that lake because they have alligator warnings.
Yeah, it didn't look
So
like
you could fish in it, you could kayak in it, canoe in it. It's a freshwater lake, so don't forget that lake too while you're here. So you got the freshwater. If you want to surf, fish, and golf, you can do that. So that's another little bonus to this park. You have a little bit of both, freshwater and saltwater.
Next stop, Henderson Beach State Park in Destin, Florida.
Okay, we're done. Well, anyway, this is Gary, and Sharon's behind the camera. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Rough Road RV Life. We like looking at freedom.
We'll see you on the road.
That's right. Safe travels. Click like and subscribe.
God woke up at the crack of dawn. The dogs had to use nature's lawn, but I'm camping in my RV. Oh, out the door, no coffee cup, just a doggy bag. I gotta pick it up, but I'm camping in my RV. Oh yeah. Oh, the fridge is too hot and the water's too cold. The generator won't start and yet those dogs have to go. I put my chair under that old pine tree. Mosquitoes took 2 quarts of blood from me. Now I'm driving down the road and I'm doing just fine. Look out in my mirror, there's my sewer line, but I'm camping in my RV. Oh, my jacks are stuck, money blew away. All those dogs want to do is play, but I'm camping in my RV. Oh, the fridge is too hot and the water's too cold. Yeah, the generator won't start. Those dogs have to go. I put my chair under that old pine tree. Mosquitoes took 2 quarts of blood from me. Yeah, now I hope that I've enlightened you. RV living is the thing to do. I love my RV living the way it has to be. It's like heaven to me. Those dogs are looking at me. Where's my doggy bags?